Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I am Luqmanul Hakim bin Nasir 1212X00 and my group members. We are from the MCMC. In this video, there are some interviews that we have done with some students in USIM regarding to the 3R issues. So what are 3R issues? 3R issues consist of race, religion and royalty. Race concerns the categorization and differentiation of groups of people based on physical or genetic traits. Its issues often involve discrimination, prejudice and efforts to promote equality and understanding among diverse racial groups. Religions encompasses beliefs, practices and institutions related to the spirituality and faith. Its issues can include religious freedom, interfaith relations, religious extremism and the role of religion in public life. Royalty pertains to the monarchy of the ruling class within a society. Issues surrounding royalty may involve debates over the relevance and role of monarchy in modern governance, the privileges and responsibilities of royal families, and public perception of royalty. So, without wasting any more time, let's watch the interview.
Based on my knowledge, 3R stands for races, religion and royals.
3R issues consist of 3R, which races, religions and royalty. Usually, these issues often sensitive and can spark controversies or disagreements.
What is religion, royalty and race?
Yes, I know about 3R, which is royal, race and religion.
3R stand for religion, royalty and race.
Is essentially a quite sensitive topic, especially in Malaysia, because these 3R have been covered under the Federal Constitution in Malaysia based on several important articles, and I would like to quote an important articles which correlate with these issues, which is Article 10, which is freedom of speech. Under this freedom of speech granted on every citizens in Malaysia, whereby every citizens in Malaysia have the freedom and rights to express whatever they feel about something, but however, they have restrictions that they need to comply, in which it relates with these 3R issues, which is first royals, religion and races. So if I may quote another articles which relates with these 3R issues is that we have Article 152 of the Federal Constitution, 153 of the Federal Constitution and lastly 181 of the Federal Constitution.
It is very important because it can help to create a harmony within society who are coming from different backgrounds. Besides that, it can help to educate people to respect each other, even from different races and religion.
So I will highlight about the religion part, which I want to specify, which is in our country there are right of freedom of religion, freedom of speech and so on. And in our federal constitution, we has Article 11, which is everyone has right to practice their religion. However, we also have a limitation in which in the article itself there are limitation where the other religion except for Islam that can profess to other person. And we need to know that it already conclude in our Article 3 of Federal Constitution that Islam is the religion of the nation, of the federation. So the other religion cannot argue about it. So there are a few things why is it important to know, because there are a few things that important and cannot be argued as is already stated.
Okay, first we have to know that 3R is very important because it can shape our country, because in our country we have so many races and we must have too many understanding between us. Okay, for example, Malay have to understand and other races such as Chinese and also Indian, and that's why we need this 3R in order for us to live in a peaceful environment.
Understanding 3R issue is very crucial and important, because if I were to say the 13 May incident would be a landmark case or like a good example of consequences for not understanding the issues of religion, royalty and race issues, because of course Article 10 of Federal Constitution provides a right to freedom of speech, but every Malaysian and the society must have the understanding about the restriction of the rights given.
Well, being a law student, I was given the privilege to understand these issues deep into the roots of the fundamental or the foundation of our country's importance rule, which is the Federal Constitution. But being the layman outside, how do we teach or create awareness that these 3R issues is essentially the important issues that need to be reminded to younger generation? Of course, in my opinion, this actually must be taught from generations to generation. So I want to approach this issue on the basis of the parents itself. Supposedly, parents should educate their children, their younger generations, about these issues, especially. Maybe they can tell about the dark history, about the 13 May issues, and when we teach children or younger generation how important that day was, I believe that essentially younger generation will come to realize how important it is to maintain the peaceful and serenity of Malaysia.
Basically, there are many ways to educate people about 3R issues. For example, first, in the universities level, we can encourage students to create an awareness content on their social media because there are still many people who do not aware with this issue. Second one is in school level. Teachers can teach their students about this because it can be said that these issues are very important in a multiracial and multi-religious countries like our country, Malaysia.
So as we know nowadays is about social media. So and a lot of teenagers and a lot of people, even older people, are looking out at social media nowadays. So I think the best thing to educate is in social media, in writing or any form of video that we can do something like that.
This issue should be educated since their childhood. For example, we have to teach our child since they are at low age. For example, father and mother can teach them at home how to respect other races such as Chinese. When you meet Chinese or Indian, you have to respect them. Or when you see the picture of the king, you have to respect them. Okay, to put the picture at the high place, and this is what the parents should teach their child at home.
As a young generation, I would say social media plays a crucial role, especially Instagram and TikTok. So I wouldn't say like a mere campaign program is very helpful because it costs a lot, and I wouldn't say it effective. So I would say TikTok and Instagram, any social media that goes on trend would be a helpful method to educate about these issues.
So as I stated before, of course, no Malaysian want to repeat the 13 May days because if that were to happen, we will risk a lot of things that we have in Malaysia because technically we have the largest temple here in Southeast Asia. We have which is in Batu Caves, and that's for Hindu. And then we also have like for Christianity, for Chinese, Hindu, Muslim. So all of this, if we were to risk the dignity or the peaceful relationship between all the citizens, it can actually be like, you know, all of this can perish and disappear. So it will not make another Malaysia, because Malaysia, if we were to tell it to the foreigner, they will know Malaysia, oh, Malaysia is a multiracial country, oh, Malaysia is a multi-religious country. So this is the identity that we have as Malaysia, and we have to respect it. So I believe that this is what we have as Malaysian, and I am proud to say that even if I were to go outside and I met foreigners, I will proudly say that, oh, I have a Chinese friend, I have an Indian friend, and this is actually what makes us as a Malaysian. So as a Malaysian also, we have to make sure that all of this treasure, well, I can call it treasure, we have to maintain it and love it and appreciate it.
In my opinion, I think that if we ignore this issue or we do not concern with this issue, it can give big effects to our society and of course to our country. There will be no unity between people from Malay, Chinese and Indian. So there will no mutual understanding between them. There is no understanding in society. Of course, it will ruin the country.
So this is just like we can see nowadays, where a lot of ignorance, or I don't know what kind of people that like to ignite this type of fighting or bias, like Malay, lazy, Chinese, greedy and something like that, and India know to fight. So we can see if even in this type of news, if there are Indian, how the comment will be. So we can see how it will affect the later generation. So what I can see is that if there are no something that we can prevent, then there might be a discrimination and a lot of fighting in the future.
The effect is very dangerous, especially for us that we live in a multiracial country and also multi-religion. So As we know that Malaysia, we have so many races such as Malay, Chinese and Indian. So as we can see in 1969, there was racial issues between these races. So if we ignore this issue, which is 3R, so of course this phenomenon which had happened in 1969 will occur again in our time. So that is the effect that we need to prevent from the happened in our time today.
I would say we would lose the peace and unity as a Malaysian, and I would say the so-called trademark as Satu Malaysia would be just being as a landmark or slogan, because if I were to say economically perspective, even a tourist, any person wouldn't dare to come to a country would lose its peace and unity. So instead of like focusing on a certain sector, I mean like the peace, the unity, I would say we would lose economically as a developing country.
From the interviews, we can say that 3R issues are very important because it can help to build unity among people in a country like our country from different races and religions. It also can help to educate people to respect our king that rules our country. So that's all from our groups. Thank you.